And we are live.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a long 2 weeks. We've had plenty of content coming out, though. Drum covers, galore, shorts, videos on drumming, reactions, interviews, We've had a lot of content coming out. We have so many new songs, singles, releases, news, so much that we're going to actually end up putting this into a two-part little shindig. But with that being said, I do want to say something funny here. So let me think. What, John, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
We did a show with our good friend Luke Davis over in the UK, and we reacted to a little bit of Erra. Little did we know that Erra had a single coming out literally like a week and a half later.
Yeah.
Poalris. So that's cool, but we got some new stuff from Silent Planet, Spiritbox, and Polaris yet again. Polaris, we got a gut-wrenching song coming from that Nightmare, possibly one of the best singles of the year. Has a really catchy chorus, and the emotion just packs really deep, and Ryan's playing there. So it's excellent. They're kicking off their tour, their U.S. tour coming up here shortly with, I believe, Currents, and I maybe Invent Animate, but either way, they're coming in hot and ready. That album will be released, I believe, within the next week and a half. Silent Planet, we got Antimatter from them maybe a month and a half ago. And to me, it was one of their best songs. I think it's the best that they've ever sounded. And they gave us another new single called Collider off of that album, which I'm super stoked to check out. I love Garrett. I love those guys.
I did change my opinion on Antimatter. I listened to it enough times, that weird little ambient sound, it grows on you. I think my reaction was very similar, I would say, to your reaction to Avenged Sevenfold's Nobody. Remember when I was like, dude, this song's a fucking banger, and you're like, I don't know. It's like, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then you listen to it like 3 times, and you're like, oh, that's like real good.
Yeah, now it's honestly one of my favorite albums of the year, to be honest.
Your drum work. People, check that cover out. That's an amazing one.
Thank you. I can't wait to finish up all the songs on that album. But yeah, it's definitely up there with one of my top albums of this year. I think that John and I are going to have a little bit of different opinions on what they'll be by the end of the year. But at the end of the day, the album really grew on me. And it's honestly up there with one of my top Avenged Sevenfold albums. But with that as well, here's the kicker. Spiritbox, Queen Courtney LaPlante drops another one. We got Rotoscope and all those other banging ass singles, Hysteria, and Sew Me Up off of that last little EP that they did. And we're getting another EP called The Fear of Fear. I guess the single will be called Jaded. So we have 3 singles, possibly even 4, that we're going to be checking out today, with Erra dropping, Polaris, Silent Planet, and then Spiritbox. Let's before we get right into it, what are we kind of thinking here for the sound that we're going to get with what we'll start with being Spiritbox? What's the kind of the sound you're thinking we're going to get? Because I'm lost. I haven't heard nothing. I haven't checked any of these songs out. So
I've actually been trying to keep everything quiet as well. I'm glad you did mention the new Erra, so I am adding that to our list. Everything, but I mean, in general, Spiritbox is excellent and everything. I was kind of bummed when they dropped out of the Avenged Sevenfold tour.
Falling in Reverse
tour. That's the one. I was like, but yeah, I mean, I think most everything they put out is pretty great and everything. So I think it's going to be solid, hopefully. Good vocals, nice mix of the instruments, because their mastering is usually pretty good.
Yeah, their mastering is great.
Yeah.
Especially with playing in such a low tuning down guitars, it's going to be, here's my take, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I know I'm going to like it. I already know that. I'm kind of hoping for like a Rule of the Nines, Blessed Be kind of feel with that heaviness at the same time. But if it's something like Hysteria, where she just is nasty with her vocals. She's such an incredible vocalist. and she's incredible live. If you guys haven't ever seen Spiritbox, make sure you guys put that on your bucket list because they are one of the best live performances I've ever seen. Her voice is phenomenal. She has a great range, and then they had the bassist, I guess the ex bassist Josh from As I Lay Dying Now, who does the vocals, and it honestly flows really well with Courtney's voice for the backtracks, so it's really cool. And then the Polaris single, Overflow. You know, we had Nightmare, we had Inhumane. John, we had you come out here and say that may have been the best, breakdown song of the year.
Yeah.
Are we going to get topped here? Is Overflow going to take over? Is this going to be a softer song? Is this going to be, what are we getting? Could Nightmare be broken in your opinion?
That's what I'm wondering about, because that's like a little bit. Sometimes it can be hard when you have such a good single. It's easy to like compare it and stuff. But also, I think in general, Polaris has been continuing the trend of this year of like putting out amazing songs and stuff. So I have very high hopes for it, but I also have been trying to kind of temper my expectations, because sometimes I realize when you're like expecting it to be on the Def Camp scale, if you're expecting it to be a solid 5, maybe a 6, and it is a 5 or even a 4.5, which is still good, it's easy to be like, well, it wasn't like what I was expecting. Kind of like a callback to one of our earlier episodes. Our first episode, was it the reaction to I See Dead People, the Amity Affliction song, that I was like, but looking back, it's actually, that whole album's great.
Yes.
Everything. And it's so crazy to me that album is that good. And it's not it might be on my top 5, but it wouldn't be in the top 3. And that was like a really good year, that in another like thing. So I'm excited. I think Polaris, like, if they can keep that mix, was perfect. And I also, the music video, but I think it's also like thinking of Ryan's passing, like it's an emotional one and stuff, like it hits you and stuff. So I have high expectations, and I'm thinking, just to circle back to Spiritbox, that if it's anything like the songs off like Eternal Blue, it's going to be really great.
Absolutely.
And stuff. So I'm like, I have high expectations for that one and everything. It's still, but yeah, Polaris, I cannot wait for that album, because I don't know if you've changed your opinion on it at all, but I feel like Currents is still up there. The Death We Seek, that's a banger.
It is
everything you need to hit.
It is, Tay. Put that in the video, Death We Seek by Currents.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that.
Here we are. It's up in the corner now.
And we got a lot of people, that are, in between, talking about how like this album didn't do it for them, and like the mixing's milky, and like it's a boring, it's a really cool riff, and then it goes off, and then it goes back to that really cool riff, but then the rest of the songs. But like, no, that's like such a lie. Like, this song's very emotionally packed in very well with the lyrics, the vocals, the way that it's written. You got Chris Wiseman on the guitar, vocalist, all those guys as a whole come together very cohesively, and it's awesome to see. So if that's your opinion, that you're crazy, but it's definitely up there. But yeah, so I guess we got one more to kind of, well, I guess 2 more really. We have kind of what we're going to expect from, Silent Planet. I'm expecting heavy as shit. I'm not going to lie. I'm expecting this to have a nasty breakdown. I'm expecting this to have, like, I don't know, man. I just got this feeling. This album is completely about their bus crash where they almost all passed away, or their van, tour van. And there's a lot of emotion packed into it. And if you kind of read into the lyrics of Antimatter, where we actually reviewed that, link is in the description above. But like the lyrics to that song are very emotional, right? So the things that I'm expecting from this album are going to be a very deep, emotionally driven, and honestly perfected, because they want that their feelings to kind of get out there for everybody to know what they went through, and that's where music really starts to take over for everybody when you hit that emotional connection. We talked about it with Alex on that interview, and that's kind of what it is. A lot of us do like the sound, but we also like the story that's being told with it, and we like to resonate with it in a sense. So me, Silent Planet, Collider, I'm expecting heavy as shit, metalcore, breakdown, you know, the whole 9 yards. That's what I'm expecting. John,
Yeah.
let's tell the people. We know you didn't like antimatter.
I had mixed feelings at the beginning, but I suspect there were some other elements at play that were like not jiving well with that ambient sound. It's like it throws you off if you're not in the right headspace. So I think they've been on a solid track and everything. And for one, I absolutely, it was so cool that they liked our video and shared our stuff. Like that meant a lot and stuff. Cause a lot of people mindlessly like just like auto share and they like made sure to write their own like thanks for sharing and stuff. They weren't just like clicking add to story, throw it away. Like
Yeah.
that's a solid sign to me and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think Collider's going to be good. I am expecting it to be heavier, maybe a bit faster and stuff with maybe less of that ambient stuff going on, which even then the ambient stuff now giving it a few listens, like it grows on you because it's very much like that nobody, that weird guitar line that was
Yes.
going through it that people are like, I don't know how I like that. And now you're like,
Yeah,
oh, now it's like super good. So I
it's
think
catchy as shit.
yeah, and I think I mean once again it's kind of like can be a challenging year for some bands because like when you're comparing things to like Nightmare and stuff because like Nightmare is still I
Go
think
ahead,
some of
say
my
it.
favorite
Say
lyrics
it.
of the year.
Say
Yeah.
it's your favorite single of the year because you know it
Okay,
is.
I will. I will
You know it is.
because I just love the lyrics of like, but no one's gonna save us if we don't fucking save ourselves. Like that, so good. The
Yeah.
video, everything. I would say, yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that one. It's
Polaris
gonna
has been
be.
Polaris has done it
Mm,
right since the beginning of their,
mhm.
you know, music career, dude. They really have. Um,
It's
it's
hard though. It's
it,
not.
and
Oh
you know what?
man.
You're not wrong though. This year has been very flooded with such
Hmm.
great things that you know we've brought this up prior as well. You know, you had Barry Tomorrow had a great album, but it kind of came at a time where all these other really good albums, songs came out. It kind of gets left behind in a sense. So it's going to be interesting when we kind of loop around and go back to kind of recap on the year. But I agree with the statement. Like it's really tough and challenging to kind of like rank everything because we've
Hmm.
had we have been spoiled as fans this year, and it's been so amazing. One last one, John. Expectations for Erra. Hail Iris. What the hell?
I
The
I'm
coincidence is
stoked.
uncanny. It's
Yeah, it
uncanny.
is. Like it's
The
weird that we
irony.
had this whole thing of like because it's weird because we were talking about them like revisiting them as if there wasn't new stuff out. And it's like I I'm excited for it. I think in general, going back through that self-titled album, I would say that self-titled album, for one, it's always cool when a self-titled album's like that good, but it's like Avenged Sevenfold self-titled album. Like it's up there, I'd say like almost even in my mind. Like you were right that like their cover of Muse was good, but so many songs are better than that.
It didn't light the
And
candle
it's
to
like
anything off of that album.
it's yeah, and
Yeah.
it's true. And this year, it has been a crazy one because recently someone was asking for my top albums and I forgot to mention Invent Animate's Heavener. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy if like that, like in my mind, I guess maybe it feels like it's been a long year. So I was thinking that's almost a 2022 thing. I'm
You're
like,
right. Yeah, that's exactly what it does feel
it's,
like. Yeah, a lot of these things get flooded just because there's so much more and more new stuff being released and coming out. It's catches our
yeah,
attentions, but it's albums like this and it's albums like Currents and maybe even Sleep Token for some people that like that just grabs you and like you just can't help but remember that like how good it was, right? So I
yeah.
guess real quick before we get into it, I guess some bad news for some Bring Me the Horizon fans though. We
Mm,
ended up getting news and word that next gen will not be released on the expected date, which was supposed to be next week. It
mm.
got pushed back due to Ollie Sykes wanting perfection. So God bless you, Ollie. You're lucky I love you because I'm okay with waiting. Because everything that you guys produce is fucking hot fire. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Also, we've been doing this for over 6 months now. I just checked our first video was February 10th. Like that's a big deal. Most people do not make it to the 6 month mark on like any project.
No,
like
no,
that's
most
huge.
people don't. But you know what? Great thing about that is though is that we have such a love and passion as friends for one another as well as the music, and we love getting to resonate with our fans or followers, friends, whatever, to let them experience and feel, and I guess maybe even talk them through kind of what's going on, that maybe they're on the outside and they kind of want to get into the scene or check it out, but they don't really know how. But all it takes is somebody that like really drives true passion and emotion, and like really explaining everything to that person that they catch on. So it's been great. I've loved every second of it, and I love all the fans, followers, people that we have getting a hold of us, getting in contact with us. The cool fact for all you guys here, all you fans, we have shirts coming out.
Yeah, we got pretty cool designs. John Doe from Orphan, the vocalist from Orphan, that we reacted to as well. Dante, go ahead, link that. But all right, it's little things. Little groups are helping each other out to just grow out and help each other out and grow and expand this community and fan base. So it's awesome. So I'm really happy with where we've been and all the work that we've put in, and we're not going to stop, guys. We appreciate it dearly. We see your comments. We're answering them. We're doing everything we can to get stuff out here. But I'm telling you guys, when you guys see these shirt designs, whoo! Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, dude, they're fucking fire. They're nasty.
Oh, and, man.
We had a logo change. Shit's getting fucking real. We're checking out fucking Spiritbox. Gated. Let's go.
Let's do it. Here we are. Video file. Spiritbox. Let's do it.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood, in these rivers of rust, shoulder all the blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough. I was never enough. But what if I was? Shine my life till I lay down the road. Like the river I swam. What if I was? Then try 1,000 lives to get my goals. It's never enough. It's never enough. And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I hunt and memories faded, blood jaded.
Thoughts so far? This one?
I love it, actually. I love the guitar riff. I love her voice. I love how the transition into screaming goes. I love the chorus. I mean, I'm a sucker for Spiritbox. I'm a sucker for Courtney McPlant. So there's like no way in hell I could not enjoy it. So far, I'm loving it. It's what I expected it to be. It's exactly what I expected it to be. It's awesome. It's got that Eternal Blue feel.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if I would say right now, if someone asked or needed to be introduced to Spiritbox, this is probably like the most Spiritbox song of all time.
Yeah,
like this is like the quintessential. Yeah, it's like it's Spiritbox being real Spiritboxy.
Yeah, like Spiritbox being real Spiritboxy.
And the blue, yeah, it's great though.
I'm loving it.
Tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
That Spiritbox boxing, bro. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, man. I love that. I loved her backing, like that back vocal
Oh
where
yeah.
she like changed her range. Like, dude, like that's why she's so impressive and her screams are so clean. Instrumentally, they're all so sound. It's been awesome. You could hear the bass, you could hear the guitar, the drums were great. It was very simple. Changed it up. There was a little mute there for a second. It was awesome. All in all, exactly what we thought we were gonna get.
Yeah.
And it's good. There's like that's Spiritbox. There's a reason why they're one of the biggest bands in the world, along with like Bad Omens and all these other bands. Like there's a reason why, and that's it. They're doing it. They're making that sound that's just sucking you in and loving it, man. And the riffage, man. Gosh, Mike's a great guitarist, man. Some of the riffs have been great off of Eternal Blue, the album prior with Rule the Nines. And they are so good with transitions in their music, and her voice just fucking flows perfectly with it, man. Like that's great. We're gonna have to. I'm not even gonna give it like a 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna say that is exactly what I expected, and they hit the tooth on the nail. What about you, John?
I mean, they're great and everything. I'd love to see them live because the closest I've gotten to see is they did when I saw Illenium. They did Shivering, their song with Spiritbox. And that was really great and stuff. That's a great when you have the pyrotechnics and the blue light, like they had the light, so it did this whole like ocean thing. But yeah, that song, for one, I love the lyrics. And like you said, like the layering of the vocal tracks was like hauntingly beautiful, which was cool because it's like talked about like all I know is a place that's haunted and stuff. I was like that night, like that kind of like, yeah, it's hard to describe, but very like ethereal almost, like kind of like not quite angelic, but this like very otherworldly feeling to it and everything. So I think that's like that's always cool and everything. I think it's also nice that like bangs are coming back these days. A lot of women with bangs and stuff. I'm like, that's always cool. But yeah, the lyrics in general, I love that. Just like I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where haunted memories are faded, blood is shaded. You're like, that's good.
Yeah,
like, yeah. So I would say that's solidly, this might just be me feeling it really in the moment, but I would say that is my favorite Spiritbox song. Like that's like solidly up there and stuff. So if their upcoming albums, anything like this, it's gonna, in my opinion, yeah, the Eternal Blue might kind of like
fade
to
out
the side. Yeah, fade out, but not fade out. Like that's also, I think it's cool to like see the progression and everything. Also, the video is pretty awesome. Like,
yes,
that theme, I guess that's where like, yeah, it's very much like, I think anyone who hasn't listened to very much Spiritbox, like that's what you're getting.
That's a great starter.
Yeah, like a perfect starter. Whereas like some songs you'd be like, maybe this isn't the one to start on. Like you said with like Erra, their cover of the Muse song and stuff, like Stockholm Syndrome, like that's not their best starting. Like sometimes you want to give people a solid like Snowblood, which we have a reaction up there from last week, which was great. So yeah, very impressed by that one.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what we get with the rest of the CP. The Fear of Fear coming out before the end of the year, guys. So make sure you check that out. Give Spiritbox some more love. I think that I was so close to getting goosebumps when she changed her voice, that like to the really high, and then did it again, but kind of like at a different time signature. Like, oh, I was like, oh man, it's so fucking, it's angelic, but it feels so dark. Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know, man. It's awesome. They do a great job, and I'm excited for more. I'm so excited for more that I can barely contain myself. But
that's true.
I have to. We have a lot to talk about.
What do we have up next? Which is,
I'll tell you what. What do you think? We go Polaris or do we go with Erra?
Let's go with Erra, because I know Polaris will be amazing, and we
And
have
you want to break that third?
that third song curse. I think it's always good to have Polaris as our third song if possible, because I know it's going to be a banger. So, without further ado, Poalris. Already like this song.
One of the best guitar works ever.
I like Jesse's clean vocals on this are real smooth. They're like silky. JT's smashing it. Those harsh vocals. I love the start of it.
It's about to be some nasty riffing, my boys.
Return to the dark.
Fucking Chef's Kiss.
Mm.
That was Chef's Kiss, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Solid. Like, just everything about that.
Thought that single pull from the Ghost was good. God damn.
Oh, man.
That's like right on pace with the fucking self-titled. You could have literally put that on self-titled.
Yeah. Oh, it's again,
It's incredible.
yeah.
That was awesome, dude. I love his riffs on the guitar. They cohesively, the cleans and the screams, the harshes, they just fucking flow so well together. They put the songs together so well that after the breakdown, it seemed like you were going into a chorus and you didn't. You went into this like bridge, type thing. And then it went into the chorus and it was so subtle and smooth, dude. And then end it like that. Oh, fucking that's great from Erra. We're not gonna have a bad one today. God,
that's true.
man.
That was like
We're not.
Dude, so JT's harsh vocals are just like, they're amazing. I'm a big fan of like that contrast. Lyrics also great. Like this really is like, today everything's gonna be dope. Especially like we're just building up and everything. Everyone's trying to compare to Polaris, but it's like I'm in a deep Polaris mood the past few weeks.
Hey, I mean, time will tell, but
that was up there. I would say that's like, once again, maybe this is, I'm just sound like a broken record, but like if someone was like, hey, I've never heard of Erra, like what do they sound like? I'd be like, check out this song, Poalris.
Yeah, I would say that song or Night of Silence.
Ooh, okay, that's
even the Visionary.
That's true.
But
there's a lot of great songs.
I agree with you though. Like that's got everything. Like there were parts of that song where it kind of reminded me of the Visionary. But yeah, I'm super excited for more stuff from them. I believe no, maybe not. Either way, I'm gonna see them here in about a week and a half. About a week and a half with Bad Omens on Concrete Forever tours. Kicks off in 3 days.
That's gonna be dope, man.
So yeah, I am extremely excited to see a band as technical and great with instrumental work as Erra, as well as just how they mesh together. So it's going to be super excited. You guys are going to get a lot of videos. We're going to get a little vlog going again, but it's going to be a great time, guys. So, Erra knocked it out of the park with that one. Spirit knocked it out of the park. Spiritbox knocked it out of the park with theirs, with Jaded. So, without further ado, John, let's hope that your dreams are not crushed and Polaris delivers.
That's true. I'm real excited about this. I have such high expectations though. And I think that we've finally broken out of that 3 songs.
I fucking hope.
Seriously.
I hope.
Don't curse this. Ooh.
I've been lost, alone in a crowd. Can't remember when the silence got so loud. We believe, but what do we know? All the things we bottle up will one day start to overflow. Where to
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Inhumane is honestly, it's not even a bad song, but it's so low compared to Nightmare, and then that. Oh my
It's
gosh.
true. They're just getting
Wow.
better, which is good because I think sometimes people put out their best single first, and then sometimes it like goes down. Whereas this, you're like, that's only getting better.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I like wanted to like cry because it was so fucking good, dude. When they went in that breakdown, I was like, oh,
that's true. That
the
was
slow
like,
down. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Man.
Oh
That is
man,
excellent. I can't even fucking put into words how good I thought that was. I didn't
yeah.
expect it to be like that.
That was like solid.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I would say that was really, really good. I was like, for one, the lyrics and to me really, really stuck out well and stuff. In fact, so well that I'm gonna share my screen, see if they pop up there and everything. Because yeah, this was like, for one, it's just like this whole section of just like how fast things get and everything, like with just losing
Yeah.
that clarity of mind and everything. I think that was like a really solid line, but then that breakdown of like, I think as like anyone who's ever like dealt with like mental health issues and stuff, it's interesting when you realize like that feeling of like, I'm not what I think, I'm not what I feel, of realizing that that's not like like it's hard to describe if you haven't been to that place, but realizing like struggling with like fears and feelings that like aren't really you, but there's like kind of intrusive thoughts and everything and stuff. And it's very easy to just like, as someone who struggled with like addiction and everything, of just like this line though of I lost years to future fears of like that, because we all
Yeah.
do that sometimes.
Yep.
That like thing, worrying about what's going to happen when like all we have is right now. Like all
Yeah.
you have is the now. You don't have, nothing's guaranteed. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't know what's coming tomorrow at all.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing of realizing like that, because we all have that. And I struggle with that of like, just like fearing the worst and everything. So I was like this, but then this was like all too personal. Sometimes like for me, I tend to kind of like struggling with like being bipolar and everything. It's very easy to like hold on to the good times and stuff and like keep it going to the point where like they turn into bad times because I'll burn myself out or like do too much
Right.
and everything. Like those moments, like those times when you realize like at the gym when like things are feeling so good, you push yourself too hard and like you might possibly tear your meniscus, like some of us did very recently. And it is like that feeling and stuff. So for me, that was like you said, that was an amazing song and stuff.
I can't put it into words. That was
Yeah,
it was awesome.
so good. And no peace and quiet from the noise in my mind. I'm like that in general, all of that, just the overflow.
I just love the feeling of
Oh.
it. God damn it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That's like one of those, it's like a that's like one in a lifetime first kind of reaction, kind of that
Mhm.
kind of fits in there with like, you know, the oh my gosh, the Papa Roach remastered, Last Resort, the
Oh yeah.
Pain Remains one,
Mm.
you know, that just like, that's like one of those ones. Like I'm never gonna forget like that feeling that took over me there, because that was incredible, dude. Like, and the melody on the guitar in that, like the second chorus, there's like the pre-chorus. Like just the melody was just so fucking. Oh, like it set the emotion. The rest of the song, it was fucking
Mhm.
great.
Everything, the mastering, the
Yeah.
visuals.
I got nothing. That's
Mm.
that's top right there. That's top.
That's true.
of the
I was
day so far.
like,
But I'm not gonna let that stew me from giving Silent Planet
that's
not giving that
true.
the time of the day. But man, that was very good by Polaris, and I'm looking forward to this album within the next week. It's gonna be great.
Man, that's gonna be so good. And like
Right.
you said, we do need to give Silent Planet. I'm gonna give them a already starting off fast, like you were saying.
Yeah, I'm
Like, it's
expecting
gonna
this to
be
be
like
heavy.
this.
I really
Yeah.
am. love it. Arm.
Yeah.
Our bodies break the promises we keep. Meteors collide, past and present alchemized, and I became the fears we tried to hide. Do you still wonder why? We stand through the night, high bleeding satellites. The past is an open wound. The moon won't forget the promises we left. Does the silence accuse you too? Beneath the pain, you are what's not still remains. You wish me dead 1,000 times, but every curse you feed me, oh, alchemize. Alchemize. I'll turn the dark to light. So feast your eyes and spring the trap. I can still feel the dagger staring into my back. Bring me down to entropy till you find the light inside belief.
Oh, bro. Fuck it, you rock, Aaron, dude. You're the fucking man.
I wonder if we could fill the gaps between the stars with everything left unsaid. It's gonna tear us apart. We stand through the night, high bleeding satellites. The past is an open wound. The moon won't forget the promises we left. Does the silence accuse you too?
So that is the best song they've ever put out. Can we agree on that?
Oh
Or is
my
that going to be a tough one?
No, that's, dude. Listen, man, these motherfuckers deserve this so much. They're just like they're on par with like Moss the Flames of how much they deserve to be noticed and appreciated in this fucking scene, bro. Dude, that song, yes, I mean it's one of it has probably arguably their greatest song they've come out with. But dude, you got like Native Blood, you got Trilogy, Panopticon, Translate the Night. Dude, they have so many good songs and they just get left in the dust and like it's changing now because dude, Polaris and Silent Planet just won the day. That's there's literally those two singles were so good that I can't even like hold the other two on the same pedestal. I mean, they were great and I loved them, but God,
they can't hold a candle to that though.
Silent Planet, Garrett, all you guys fucking rock. This was awesome.
Sure.
I love the expression. I love the builds, the cleans. He sounds great. It all just sounds so well. The breakdowns, the time changes. Man, kudos, because I hope that this is the forthcoming and the growth of a band that deserves it. There's so many bands out there that like deserve to be recognized in this scene that kind of get overshadowed by others' success and whatnot. But God, man, there's not a band that there's not a band that I've said this. I said this on the last episode. They're super underrated. Like they're so good. Like Moss the Flames. I think they're the most criminally underrated metalcore band in existence to ever live. I think they have they are the epitome of metalcore. They are so fucking good. They get overshadowed. Nobody listens to them. I'm telling you, when that album comes out, it's going to be disgusting. But Silent Planet is right there with them, and they always have been in my mind. Phenomenal song. Kudos to you guys. Can't wait.
I'm excited.
Album.
Yeah, Super Bloom's going to be so good.
Can't wait to see you on tour. I hope
God damn it, you're seeing everyone.
I do. I will always be at a concert, and I hope to meet. These guys there. Because they are going on tour here soon, and I cannot fucking wait. God damn it. Fuck. Yeah, that the other two, they they don't hold a candle to how great those two singles were by both Polaris and Silent Planet. But yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, I think this is going to be heavy. You know, we got something different with them and Antimatter, which was great, and which, in my opinion, at the time was one of their greatest songs, and still in its own sense, it really is, because it's so different from what they've done. But this, they said, hey, I'll raise you 20 here. Fucking knocked it out of the park with a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning. Oh, that was awesome. It was incredible. John, let's hear it. What's the opinion that you have for this?
That was really good, because that's like, I gave Antimatter a second chance and everything. I was like, I was like, this does not need it. The whole Alchemized section, that breakdown, like everything about that. In general, it's just been a day for really good lyrics, good breakdowns, good riffs of like, yeah, the instrumentals were amazing on that. So I would say, in my opinion, I would say solidly that was like, if there's any song better than that on this album, that would be insane and stuff. Because Super Bloom, it's gonna be like, that's crazy.
The artwork's beautiful too.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be crazy, because it really is like, that's gonna be just trying to guess what they'll sound like based off just song titles is what I've been doing, and I'm like, that's because this did have some like ambient elements and stuff through it, but overall just very solid production.
It's
everything just Collider.
I hope that this album, singles, you know, the trauma that they had to go through into writing this album like really shines through, and people see it and jam it the fuck out and boost these streams up and get these guys fucking big, because God, man, it's just sometimes you like watch on the outsides of like people that are working so hard, right? You watch it, you see it, but they don't get noticed, right? But they just keep going. They keep going, because in the end, like, everything's going to happen the way it's supposed to, right? But no matter what, if you ever set your mind to something, it always happens to put forth that energy, right? So I think this is going to be the one that breaks them through that crest and, you know, gets them that credit that they, you know, deserve. And maybe they don't even want it, but fuck, man, that was beautiful. I love that. I felt like I was having a panic attack, dude, right there in that breakdown and everything. So that's a 10 out of 10 song. There's no Def Cam about that. That's 10 out of 10 for me. Same with the Polaris. Erra did great as well. Spiritbox as well. Respect where it's due, but
yeah,
those were great.
Those last two songs, it's weird because now realizing the way I described the first two songs of like good introductory songs to both those bands, not that they're bad songs, but in a way, now looking at just how great these two songs were, in a way, both those songs were a little bit like their best albums or best songs on autopilot. A little bit. Still great songs and stuff, but almost this like taking Eternal Blue and going into Cruise Control. It's a banger of an album. It's good and stuff, but almost like there's nothing new. There's nothing like, not a specific sound you hadn't heard from them before, in a way, if that makes sense. Of like, still very good. Like, that's the hard thing. It's weird because you almost feel like you're insulting a band by being like, it's not quite as good as these two like songs that were literally just like 12 out of 10.
And we've talked about it, you know, like so many good songs, albums, singles have come out this year, but then you just have those ones that just, you know, unfortunately overshadow the other just slightly. And, you know, and that's all perspective. You know, some people probably don't agree with that, but at the end of the day, that's what makes us all unique. If we were all the same, life would be really boring. So with that being said, though, you know, there's still so much like content and singles still coming out. We still have albums still coming out. We got I don't know what the date is, John, if you want to check it for the album for Silent Planet, but I do know that Polaris's album Fatalism will be out in about 2 weeks from today.
November 3rd for Silent Planet. So a little bit
November
of a wait.
3rd. So, you know, we got top 5 albums coming up towards the end of the year, and are these guys going to make the cut? I don't know. I definitely, and I said it in the beginning last year, when we reviewed the best albums of 2021 or 2022, I said it to John, and we can go back and get the fucking clip. But I said, I guarantee you, we're gonna have something from fucking Alpha Wolf, Polaris, Bring Me the Horizon, and all these other people. And fucking sure as fucking shit, here we are. Every single one I said has come to life. And it's been awesome. And they've all met or exceeded the expectation of what was expected, right? So
It's true. It's been a very solid year.
You know what? With that being said, you know what, guys? We're gonna cash out. We're gonna check out. Thank you for coming to King Listener Reviews. We got drum covers, drum content, live concerts, podcasting, talking, reviewing, shooting the shit with the boys. You know, like, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram. Check out the covers. We got a lot of stuff planned. We got some merch coming up soon. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna drop the design here shortly. And keep listening, keep sharing music, keep doing your thing, and keep supporting these bands, man, because it's been a good year for music, and it's clearly still not fucking over.
That's true.
Stay fucking tuned, my dudes, my goons. John, is there anything you'd like to exit with, my friend?
No, I'd say that covered most everything. I would say possibly that the more subscribers we get on YouTube, the better the mustache gets. So we need that. Look at this. It's like, it's getting real.
It is.
So
I love it.
I'm like, yeah. So overall, so I played with a new logo, and then we got even way better design for the shirt. So once we have that out, we'll announce it to you all. Get that out there. But yeah, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. It's amazing how many of you are watching, sharing everything. It's been great. We'll see you next
We
time.
appreciate it and love you.
Bye.
And we love you.